Hello, and thank you for stopping into episode 4 of Charts and Checks. In this episode, we'll be looking at Spotify, AMD, and D-Wave from a fundamental, financial, and technical perspective. I am the girl with the glasses, Don Foyani. As always, I am joined by Alvaro of the Bilingual Stock Market channel. We are your hosts. Alvaro, how are you this evening?
I am doing fantastic. How about yourself, bro?
I'm doing well, thank you. Interesting day on the markets after
July's
Microsoft and
gone.
Meta.
It's
Yeah, any
gone.
thoughts?
Yeah. I mean, it was a good month. Very slow, from my perspective, because I am a, day trader,
Sure.
active trader. So it was a bit slow, very slow actually. And yeah, we'll see what August brings over, right? So
Yeah. Well, what did you think of the action off of Microsoft and Meta? What do you think that means for you and for people that follow you?
both reports were unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. The report of Meta, the earnings report of Meta was jaw dropping. I mean, it was an Nvidia-like report back from 2023, 2024. Very impressive. The valuation of Meta helped because the valuation isn't that high. So today, Microsoft ended up giving up most of the gains that it obtained yesterday, and Meta held the gains. So yeah, it was a very interesting situation today, and I think that the bar was set very high for Amazon, which is selling off after hours, after
My poor
having
Amazon. My poor
posted
Amazon.
a very good report, I would say. Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, Microsoft set the bar very high. So, are you thinking about buying the Amazon dip? It's
You know,
trading
I
at
got,
two
I
hundred
got,
and
a,
twenty dollars after hours.
I got, I got, I got, I got enough Amazon, but I will tell you what. I will look at the chart tomorrow. I'll see if it has some support. I like to look at the 150 and the 200 day, and if it
That's
finds help there, absolutely. If in my opinion, Amazon is the kind of company where if the market gives you an opportunity to buy it down 7 to 10% on a quarter that was business as usual, you take that. It's a gift.
yeah. Some analysts are saying that they are losing market share to Microsoft on cloud
I'm
revenue.
I'm willing. I'm
I mean,
willing
that's
to.
kind of the complaint that I
Yes.
am listening to after
Yes.
hours. So
I'm willing to have that conversation. I'm just not sure if people using Azure are also the same people using AWS. I think it's more
AWS.
of a matter of those clients, like what they're doing in their businesses that determine how well Azure's doing and how well AWS is doing. But I am probably not as well versed in that as the analyst. But I mean, you can't rule it out. 39% Azure versus the expectation of 35 is an insane number. Maybe they are.
That was a huge beat,
Yeah.
very big beat.
All
Taking into
right.
account the size of Microsoft. So Amazon is going to be on our watch list tomorrow
Oh,
on
great.
Patreon and on Discord. So yeah, it might be a buy the dip opportunity. We'll see what happens tomorrow. If you
Yeah.
guys want to sign up for my Patreon in English, Dan is also hanging out with us in
Yeah.
Discord. The link is in the description box of this video. And you should also tell the guys about your paper, Dan.
Oh, right. I
We
publish
always we
a
always do it at the end of the podcast, but let's do it.
Let's do it right now. Yes.
Yeah,
You
let's
can
do it
always
right
find
now.
my work at GorillaWglasses.com. I publish every single week. I'm trying to get up to 3 posts a week to keep everyone informed with things I'm watching. But in earnest, if we have a really slow August, which doesn't seem likely, maybe there's less. I don't want to bombard people. You can always find me on LinkedIn as well as on my website. So that will all be in the link. Also, if you haven't followed or
And the link
subscribed to
is
this
in the
channel,
description box.
yes. But if you haven't followed Alvaro and you're watching Charts and Checks, this is where Charts and Checks lives. So subscribe here. Ain't that right? Yeah.
There you go. There
Very
you go.
good. Awesome.
So,
Yep.
what stock comes first today, then?
Well, we're going to start with Spotify because Spotify already reported, so we can kind of just talk a little bit about it before we go into previews. For those
Perfect.
of you who don't know yet, Spotify is the leader in the audio streaming world. There's really no competition. In my world, investing in best in breed, clear industry winners always tends to work out, but that doesn't mean these stocks don't occasionally get ahead of themselves. Alvaro, do you know what the price to earnings ratio on a trailing or forward multiple was when Spotify reported?
No, I don't remember.
It was over a
I don't know. I
hundred
don't know much about the
trailing.
stock, so I am listening to you carefully. Let's
No,
just
no,
put it
no.
away. I
I'm
am
just,
not
I'm just
even
curious.
a Spotify user, so
I'm a huge Spotify user. I think it's a fantastic service. And then again, I also
there
don't
you
have
go.
Apple Music. I'm not on the Apple. I'm not in the Apple ecosystem. Yeah, but
Okay.
they were trading at 100 times trailing and 60 times forward. This stock was
Yeah, that's
priced
a
for a quarter
rich
where management
valuation.
needed, yeah, management needed to come in and bang its chest, and that just wasn't the quarter we got. The EPS they reported was negative 42 cents versus the 1.9. Oh, these are in euros, by the way. A dollar and
I
90
saw
cent
that.
estimate.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they posted a loss. Yeah,
revenue also missed.
negative net income.
Yes, yes. Revenue was also a miss, 4.19 billion euros versus 4.26 billion euros. Guidance has been interpreted as weak, obviously. I want to give them of a little bit of I don't know what the right word is, benefit of the doubt, cushion. There was an $133 million charge associated with share price appreciation. They called it a social charge in their quarter. I'm not really sure what that is, as they're not an American company. I'm just not sure how that actually works in practice. And unfortunately, there were also some comments made that they need to improve their advertising business. They need to do a faster transformation of the platform, maybe add some AI in there. Just it just was a soft quarter. But just because it was soft doesn't mean there weren't some really important bright spots. The first I want to talk about is monthly active users. It grew to 18, it grew by 18 million. That's 7 million above management's guidance for this quarter. The conversion rate from free to paid also is trending positively to that point. The the expectation for new subscribers was 5 million. They ended up posting 8 million. So that's a fantastic result. But
That's
yeah,
on a quarterly basis or
that
on
was this
a
quarter.
yearly.
Yeah,
3 million more users
3
on a
million more
quarter.
users. So,
Wow.
but all that said, I understand the valuation was insane. You did a perfect quarter. I really do view the decline after the fact is fair. The quarter didn't warrant a different reaction.
Okay.
That being said, the leading indicators for the company, which is MAUs, sub conversion, are growing beyond management's expectations, illustrating the fundamental story of the company is still going in the right direction. And
Okay.
what's interesting is that the technical chart kind of says the same story, at least in my opinion.
Okay. There you go.
You can see the big
First
dip.
chart of the day.
Yeah, first chart of the day. You can see the big dip. It didn't even touch the 150 day.
Correct.
This is still in a firm uptrend. Bulls have control here. It's going to be a
And
little
that
rocky. It should
and
be.
that 150-day moving average already acted as support not long ago, right? To the
Yes,
penny.
that it support during the tariff tantrum. That was April.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the April's low. Okay. Perfect.
It's an important level for the stock, and it didn't violate it. I think this is a dip that you can buy, but we are entering a period in the market where, we've seen it. Misses are getting destroyed, and beats, with the exception of Meta and Microsoft that really beat, aren't really being rewarded. So that's my opinion. From a fundamental perspective, and even a technical perspective, this is a viable dip. You just might want to wait a couple of days.
All right. Perfect. I mean, yeah, that's an interesting spot, right? The
Yeah.
150-day moving average. Do you want me to take a look at the financial situation of the company
Yes, sir. Let's take
so
a
we
look
can
at it.
reconcile it with the most recent commercial executions?
Yeah, go
So,
for it.
or reconcile it with the multiples.
Well, I don't think it's gonna
Rather,
be any reconciling it with the multiples. I think I got ahead of myself. But
let me take a
you'll
look.
tell
So,
me.
yeah, let me take a look. So, okay. All right. Hold. Okay, someone's calling me. So, can you see my screen then?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can see you. Yeah.
Okay, this is Yahoo Finance and this is Spotify. So we have a company that has a market cap of $133 billion. P ratio of 145. Still high, right? Despite the fact that the
I
stock fell off a cliff.
I think that might be old, but we'll go with it. It's still it's high. Oh, you know what? No, 145 is right because the earnings miss. That's right. It would have gone up.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
we
would have gone up.
have a forward P ratio of 62. So this company trades at 62 times forward earnings.
Right.
And they just posted a loss, right? So this is a very high multiple, and we have a price to sales of 7. So this company has a market capitalization of $133 billion. That equals 7 times its last 12 months revenue. So let me take a look at the most recent financial execution.
Which was not great.
So revenue $4.1 billion. We have a year-over-year revenue growth of 10%. Let me take a look at the revenue growth. I mean, it looks good, but
Yeah, but
revenue
like it was
seem Revenue
Yeah,
is a bit flat during the
it was
last three
growing at
quarters, right, Don?
15%. It was growing at 15% though, like quarter over comparable quarter for a while. Like this is a slowing.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, take a look, and you can see it here. Take a look at the
Yeah.
chart of the year-over-year revenue growth. It is going down. So, and yeah, this company has a price to sales of 7. So, with a price to sales of 7, your year-over-year revenue growth shouldn't be going down. It should stay, I would say, flat maybe, but it
Yeah.
decreased quarter over quarter from 15% down to 10%. But I gotta ask, bro. So
Yeah.
why did they announce 3 million new subs when the revenue is, I mean,
So
yeah.
that's maybe the
So
scariest part of the quarter. Like
yeah.
they somehow managed to beat beat the new subscription estimate as well as the monthly active users
Correct.
without having a beat on the revenue. And I sort of alluded to it in my forward when I was talking about how they said the ad platform itself needs work.
So we're talking about ads and not new subs. That's the issue, right? So
Well,
they have
revenue,
to improve the monetization of the platform.
correct.
Let's just put it that way, right?
Yeah, yeah. The way I view it is like this is like a restaurant that has everyone coming in. They just need to tweak their menu. The concept of the restaurant is great.
Okay.
They just need to figure out how to make their menu in a way that the people that visit spend more money.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Perfect. I
so
mean,
the concept's not broken, but they just need to do some fine tuning, which is why I remain fundamentally optimistic about the story.
okay. So revenue is flat. So this is something that the company has to improve. But I mean, 3 million new subs is, I mean, that's a lot. Net income, negative net income. So they lost $86 million.
Yeah, that's too bad. Broke a nice streak there.
Yeah, after a lot of quarters, man, making a profit. So this is in positive as well. Let me take a look at another
Real quick
at
though,
other
look at free
metrics.
cash flow. Free cash
Yeah,
flow was a surprise. That's
608 million. This is euros, right? I think. Yeah, they gotta be.
yeah, but that
This
was
has to be
also
expressed in euros.
Q1. Q2, the quarter they just reported, was actually the best Q2 free
Oh,
cash
this
flow
one
they
isn't
ever had.
updated. So my bad.
Yeah.
Let me go back to stock analysis. Okay. Let me see. So now let me go back to the income
No,
here.
no, I think free cash flow would have been good.
Yeah, but I have it here as well. So let me see
Okay.
quarterly. Yeah, free cash flow. Yeah, 699 million, up from 533 million dollars. So yeah, we saw an increase, an improvement on free cash flow. But
It was a
so
really,
that's
yeah, it was the best. I think it was the best Q2 they've ever had, free cash flow wise.
they had 877 million on
No, no, no,
Q4 of 2024.
Q2,
Ah,
Q2.
Q2. Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
perfect. Okay, there you
yeah.
go. Awesome. Yeah. So a negative profit margin of 2%, nothing really crazy. And if we take a look at let me take a look at the cash position, 6.8 billion euros, correct,
Yep, I
in
think it's
cash,
euros.
and no long-term debt. Yeah, so the company has a very healthy financial structure. I don't know. I mean, if you ask me, Dan, I think that these multiples are very high.
Yes.
The report wasn't exceptional.
No.
It wasn't like super positive. But so you believe that as the monetization of the app improves, that is going to end up affecting in a positive way both revenue and the net income, right?
Yes, I think the active users and the sub conversion are the leading indicators to revenue and bottom line expansion. Here's how I view it, quite honestly, because like you're right, these numbers matter, but this is a young growth company. I think the market cap is what 130 billion or something like that. We said, yeah, there it is,
133 billion. Yeah.
130 billion. Netflix is double that. Like there's going to be growing pains along the way. In my view, right now, today, this is a fact. I hope you're listening. This is crazy. 3% of the world has a Spotify subscription. That
Okay.
means, yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, let me ask. I gotta ask.
Yeah.
So I don't use I don't use Spotify because whenever I want to listen to music, I go to YouTube,
That's fine.
and I am paying like
If
$6
you're
a
paying for
month,
YouTube, yeah.
and I don't get any ads, and I can listen to pretty much whatever song I want to listen to. So why should I sign up for Spotify if I have all the music of the world available on YouTube?
Spotify, I think, just does it in a more convenient way. It's just music. Not only that, there are no ads. You can make playlists. You can host playlists with friends at parties. Recently, they've made a dive into audiobooks that is being really well received. So with your Spotify subscription, all of a sudden you get a bunch of free audiobooks. And if I remember correctly, they're trying to get into what's the word? They're trying to get into live podcast and live concerts
Okay.
from the app.
Okay, that would be
They're doing
something
quite a
new.
few things. Like
So
if you're paying
with these
for, go ahead.
multiples, yeah, with
Yeah, do your thing.
okay, yeah. With these multiples, we are in a situation in which the markets are pretty much pricing in no competitors in the foreseeable future. So
I agree. I think this was a hiccup, and I think it's a hiccup you can buy. And like, I guess here's my investment thesis. Here's how I'm looking at it.
okay.
Today, 3% of the world, the entire world's population, has a Spotify subscription. That means every 3 months, 3% of the world, or sorry, every month, 3% of the world is sending a check to Spotify.
I do Spotify, correct?
Yeah. 3% of the world is
That
sending
sounds
a check
bullish.
to
I gotta give
Spotify
you that.
every month. Management thinks that 10 to 15% of the world is an achievable metric.
Wow. So that
No one else is doing this. I think it's super achievable. If they can get 10 to 15% of the world in a market that really doesn't have competition, this company is easily going to make it to 300
5x.
billion. Well, let's just focus on 2x. Let's just make it to the size of Netflix. Make it 300 billion.
Okay.
Yeah. I think this is something you can buy once
Yeah,
the
in the
dust
case of
settles.
Netflix has no competitors. It's like, I mean, they are the
Well, they
only
have
streaming company that is actually making money
competitors.
out of the business. So
Yeah, competitors.
I mean,
plural.
competitors that at least are making money out of the business. So
Okay,
there you go.
I'm
Okay,
stupid. Excuse
perfect.
me. Netflix is actually now they've grown quite a bit since I last checked. They're now almost $500 million. So, or sorry, half a trillion.
Have a trillion. Correct. $500 million. That was correct. There you go.
All right.
Awesome.
So how many shares of Spotify can I put you down for, Alvaro? How much you want?
I'll keep an eye on that 150-day moving average.
All right.
I
I'll call
promise.
you back. I'll call you back at the 200-day. How about that?
There you go.
Yeah. All right.
AMD, bro. So
Okay.
yeah,
Let's
let me
talk
stop.
about AMD.
Okay.
So
Yeah, go ahead.
before I throw up some
It
charts,
is reporting earnings next week, and the hype is super high. This stock has been a beast since April.
oh yeah, I think it's doubled, more than doubled. Yeah.
Yeah, so if we take into account I would say, latest reactions or the average market reaction to, AMD's latest earnings reports, the stock has been going down. So now the bar is very high. And I can actually think that AMD is gonna get to this report with its highest price in a lot of earnings reports, bro. So this is gonna be a very interesting one. So let me see. Say that AMD gets to the report trading at $181. It closed today's trading session at 176. That would imply that AMD would be reporting at the same price that this company or that this stock had in July of 2024. And mind you, once that report came out, AMD collapsed. So I don't know what can you tell me about the report? And we'll take a look at the technical chart and the valuation, the multiples, to see
Sure.
what can we make of this report.
You queued it up really nicely, so I'll go a little bit out of order.
Take a look.
No,
What about that
we're all
chart?
right.
I
You're
like
right.
it.
Yeah.
Awesome,
There we go.
awesome.
So exactly what you said. This thing has been, it went through a 13-month period where it got more than cut in half. And during that time, revenue increased 37% on a quarterly basis, which means that basically every time this company reported, the market was just like, this is the last good quarter. We just don't think they're going to be able to do it. And now obviously that 64% drawdown, the bottom is the April bottom, just like most everything else.
What
And
about
since
him?
then, yeah, and since then,
For everyone.
Yeah.
What about him?
what about him? No, look at this chart. It's insane. It's now up more than 100% off that bottom going into a quarter. I've highlighted 186 as the level of resistance. If it goes through there, it's going to have to revisit. Just by nature, 220 is going to be a magnet, to use one of your phrases. I do like when you say that in the Discord. It's great. Yeah. In my mind, it's just going to be a matter similar to Netflix, similar to Nvidia, similar to all these stocks that have had amazing runs. Will the quarter match the energy of this rally.
Yeah, agreed. Do you think there's a path for all-time highs here?
Oh yeah, absolutely. If this quarter is received well, there's no doubt in my mind it will go to 220, and it could be. So to that, let me see if I can cue this
Sure.
one up for you. Oh, let me do.
It's impressive. This stock went down 64%, bro.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
in over a
It's
year and
impressive.
change.
It's impressive.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's impressive. Very impressive. Yeah.
So many people view
What is this? Take a look.
this is me. This is me calling my shot here. I've heard a
Okay.
lot of people talk about
Okay.
AMD being a competitor to Nvidia. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, this is a. I mean,
Rival maybe.
the figures
Rival
don't
maybe.
support that idea, right? I mean,
Rival maybe. Like a
at
lot
least
of
not for
people.
the time being. Yeah.
No. Like, listen, people talk about in the NFL how the Packers and the Bears is a really, really intense rivalry, but the Packers don't look at the Bears like they're anyone's competition. Over the past 10 years, Green Bay's beaten them in 17 out of 17 out of 20 appearances. If you want to tell me that AMD is Nvidia's rival, it's the same way that like a rival is like big bro, little bro. There's no contest here. $148 billion in trailing 12 months revenue for Nvidia
Versus
versus
27 billion.
about 30 for AMD. And I'll be nice and I'll give them 2.25 billion for free. All right. But
Yeah, but so my
yeah,
question is like, if effectively AMD is not a competitor to Nvidia, at least not quite yet. So how much room to the upside do we have here? Because
so
I mean, both are pretty much and manufacturing. I mean,
Alvaro,
designing the
got
same
you.
chips.
Alvaro, I got you. You want to know what the difference is?
Okay.
You know the market cap of AMD?
Yeah, 200 and something. I think I
300
can
something
check.
billion? No, you got
Yeah.
it. You nailed it. Actually, very good job. We all know
Okay.
Nvidia is 5 trillion, right?
No, 4
All right.
trillion. It just
4
got to
trillion?
4
You're
trillion.
right. Sorry,
Correct.
I just gave them a trillion. I'm projecting.
I mean, it could happen. You never know.
Yeah, right,
Before
right.
year end, who knows?
These companies are in the same-
291 billion is the market cap of AMD. So this is the bull thesis that I have been like hearing recently. Like, okay, Nvidia has $4 trillion of market cap, and AMD only has 291 billion. So there's still a lot of room to the upside from a market cap standpoint. And I don't think if this is a fair comparison, because Nvidia has a
there-
market cap of $4 trillion for a good reason. So.
Exactly, which is why now instead of looking at revenue, I'm just going to look at trailing 1 year revenue growth, and Nvidia still is well outpacing AMD since 2023 or 2022 2023 when the AI wars really kicked off. Now, this is where the bull case comes in for AMD. What you'll notice is that over the past 4 quarters on a trailing basis, AMD is increasing, the revenue growth is increasing.
The percentage year over year is going up.
Right. And I think what's impressive about this is that even if it's off a small base, you can't deny that the trend is there. So let's just say
Whereas Nvidia's is going down.
But I mean
the year over year revenue growth. Correct.
I think we all know though that Nvidia cannot continue to grow its revenue 100%. It's going to be more about margins, can be more about net income. But for a company that's $300 billion, for a company like AMD that's $300 billion in market cap, if they could grow 25% their top line, then they got plenty of room to expand. So let's say 5-10 years from now, Nvidia owns 80 to 90% of the AI GPU market, leaving 20% for everybody else to get. That means that if AMD can even scratch 5% market share in the AI GPU space, there's plenty more room for the thing to go just because it's a smaller company.
Correct. We're getting a lot of bad comments from the AMD bulls, so be mindful of that, I guess. So don't get offended,
sure.
guys.
I'm sure.
Don't take it personally. So okay. Do you want me to go ahead and take a look at the expected move and stuff?
Sure.
Very good charts, man. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So let me share my screen again. Alrighty.
Well, all right. Let's not piss off the AMD bulls too much. You have some excellent leadership. I think that Lisa Su is fantastic. Lisa Su's probably number 2 semiconductor CEO in my mind. I know everyone likes Broadcom with Octane, but I think Lisa Su is phenomenal. And on top of that, they do have a very competitive MI 300 series, and they are going to get approval to sell that in China. So I'm actually optimistic for the quarter.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the expected move is pretty much 10%. The stock is trading at $176, so it should be going either up or down, something like $17.
Mhm.
Today, good. I mean, it went down.
What, like one and a
Most
half
stocks,
percent ish?
yeah, most stocks. Oh my, sorry, I have to switch to Thinkorswim. So hold on.
You're good, man.
Yeah. So let
No, to your
me.
point, though, I was checking
Mhm.
FinViz and it was a 70-30 day, meaning 70% of stocks were declining, 30% of
Yeah,
stocks
today we
were
had a nasty
moving
day.
higher.
We had
It
we
was
had a
great.
we had a huge imbalance yesterday when the algorithms went nuts buying Microsoft and Meta shares,
Mhm.
and yeah,
Yeah.
things get back into balance today. So this is a very good looking chart above all the moving averages, rising 5 DMA, 20 DMA. So can we see some sort of front running into the print? Because
Front
AMD
running
reports
how?
on.
People selling or buying?
Yeah, I mean, today we saw a bit of profit taking. Say that that AMD breaks is 5 DMA to the downside. I would be expecting buyers to step in near $162. This is a previous level of resistance for AMD. Say that this rise in 5 DMA holds and acts as support. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a bit of a front running into the print and maybe AMD making a brand new 52-week high. The expected move is $17, give or take. This is a very good looking chart, and this is what I wanted to. I mean, you just showed us a
A
very
different chart.
interesting chart of AMD, but take a look at this. So this is what I'm talking about.
What's the time
If
frame on this?
yeah, this is a daily. So take a look at the
Is it a
price of
year?
AMD. Yeah,
Is it a
so
year? Okay, yeah, yeah,
yeah, yeah. So take a
yeah,
look. So AMD is getting to this report pretty much trading at $181. So the
yeah.
last time that AMD reported trading at 181 bucks or so, that was back in July of 2024. And after that, the stock collapsed 35%. Then it bounced back up, but the first reaction was negative. So let me take a look at let's reconcile the multiples of AMD as of now relative to its most recent commercial execution. Let's see what we see. So let me share my screen here again. Okay, and there I am. Can you see earnings whispers here, Dan? Yes, you can, I think, right?
Yep.
Okay. So
Oh
let
wait,
me go.
sorry, it's gone
Okay.
now. Put that
It's
back
gone?
up. Try again.
Okay. I'll do it over. No problem. So should be good to go.
Yep,
This is a
there. Nope.
perfect. This is a podcast, so
I see
we're
the
pretty
screen.
much
Yep.
improvising. So
Very good. Yep.
okay, perfect. So if we take a look at the multiples of AMD, so we have a market cap of $291 billion. AMD trades at 131 times last 12 months earnings. So a P ratio of 131. We have a forward P ratio of 46. So it trades at 46 times forward earnings. And we have a price to sales of 10.50. So this is pretty much a market cap of $291 billion. That equals 10 times its last 12 months revenue. So, the multiples don't look very,
I mean,
I would say,
listen,
cheap.
it's up 110% in like six.
The
Of course, of course.
multiples don't look very, um, um,
I
let's
think
say,
this one's going to be a lot about the
accessible.
guidance. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I just wanted to take a look at this, Dan. So,
Mhm.
this is this is going to be super important for the upcoming report. The year-over-year revenue growth. So take a look. We have
Right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 consecutive
Pretty
quarters.
much the chart. Yeah.
Correct.
Yep.
So in on Q1 of this year, year-over-year revenue growth was 36%. And if we take a look at a chart of AMD revenue, yeah, we had a little decrease quarter over quarter
I think a lot
from
of them did when the tariffs happened. Yeah.
from Q4 of 2024 to
Yeah. Yeah.
Q1 of 2025. So revenue is expected at $7.4 billion on Tuesday.
Okay.
Tuesday at 4:15 p.m. AMD is going to be reporting. So if we do the math, Dan, take a look.
Yeah.
You're the the specialist on
Sure.
yeah
With,
on
we pull up my
calculations.
calculator. Yeah, go
Okay,
ahead.
so on Q2 of 2024, AMD reported $5.8 billion of revenue, and now revenue is expected at $7.4 billion.
So
So,
what? 27%.
correct. So, take a look. The bar is very high here, bro. Why is it? Because if the revenue comes out as expected, we will see a decrease on the year-over-year revenue growth. So
Right.
the bar is high here. And why do I say that? Yeah, because we have a price to sales of 10. This
Yeah. Well,
company
no,
has a
of course.
market cap that equals 10 times its last 12 months revenue. So this is a bar. This is a high bar. So I mean, the bulls of AMD, I mean, need to see this company really exceeding expectations on revenue. The bar
Well,
is high here. Net income $709 million on Q1 of this year. Let me take a look at EPS. So they did 49 cents on Q1 of this year. And this time around, let me see.
that's
They
interesting.
should be doing so. Hold, let me double
I've
check
never
here.
seen a chart like this. I don't have earnings whisperers. Interesting.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, the bar was lowered here as well, bro, from 96 cents down to 49 cents.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So analysts lower the bar, maybe because of the China restrictions or something like that. We would have to find that out. The bar is high. This company has to show to the markets a very solid guidance. They should beat revenue easily.
I would hope
So
so.
that would be very important.
I would hope so.
76% of earnings whispers subs are expecting AMD to beat on EPS and revenue. And take a look. We have a very bullish sentiment. 71% of earnings whisper subs are expecting AMD to go higher after reporting earnings. If you had to take a gamble here, what would you say? It's going up or down?
Here's the difficulty of this. Here's what scares me about AMD. It's all going to be about the guidance, which I think is going to be contingent on what they say about the MI300 getting into China.
Okay.
I can't handicap that. My real concern is that I don't think at any point during this Nvidia adventure that they had a price to earnings over 100. They really need to deliver a quarter to justify this, or have a guide that is insane. I don't remember Nvidia trading at 100 times trailing. Do you?
Yeah, I mean, a long time ago. Yeah, I mean,
Well, what
it
in the
was.
past 3 years?
It, no,
Right?
no, I
Yeah.
don't think that the last 3
I just
years.
think I
Correct.
just think it's ahead of itself. This thing needs to breathe a little bit. I'll be honest though, I could see this doing what Micron did. It'll react positively at the quarter, and then people will think about it and sell it off a little bit.
Correct.
I think
If
it's
we
going to be if I had to hold it, I'd buy it. If I had to gamble, I would buy it ahead of the quarter to sell it the next day. I'm
Okay,
totally honest.
yeah, if we take a look at the analyst estimates on year-over-year revenue growth, so for 2026, 19%, 2027, 18%. So
It's good growth. It's good
yeah,
growth.
very good, very solid. So this implies that the average consensus of the analysts that are covering AMD is that this company will still be delivering a very solid revenue growth
Yes.
at least until 2027.
The name
So
escapes me, but I think that those numbers might actually be too low in 2028 and 2029. They're trying to do
yeah, especially if AI keeps as an
well. It's
industry
not
keeps
just about
growing.
it's not just about GPU sales. They're also doing the full stack architecture like Nvidia. So they should, in theory, be getting some recurring revenue from all of these AI infrastructure stacks that they're developing.
Gotcha. I'm curious about, or take a look, Dan. This is a
Yeah.
very interesting spot. So if we take a look at anchor VWAPs, anchored volume weighted average price lines, this is a very important level. I don't know if AMD is ever going to go back to this level. If that were the case, I might be a buyer then here. Oh,
What,
by the way,
140?
yeah, 140. So this is an anchor VWAP that comes from all-time highs. So the average market participant that started a position on AMD when this stock went up to $226,
So if
this
you got
was in.
unlucky and bought the top like a year and a half ago.
So the average market participant that started a position back in March of 2024 at $226.
At the top. Yeah.
At the top, they obviously were averaging down on their positions.
Oh,
So
okay.
that correct. That average market participant has an average cost as of now of $141. So these market participants were selling AMD. Take a look over here, over here. This was an important level of resistance.
Yep.
And recently they did it again. Okay, more sellers and buyers. And I don't know, like a few
retested,
weeks
yeah.
ago,
Went through.
AMD was finally able to break out of this level. So in case of I don't know, maybe we get a 10% correction in the markets, or the markets don't like the report at all. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised of seeing AMD back at 142. And mind you, Dan, I own 200 shares of AMD at an average price of $125. So I am actually a shareholder here, despite the fact that I don't necessarily like the valuation of AMD. But if something unexpected happens and AMD goes back down to $141, these market participants that used to be sellers should be in, I would say, regular market conditions, defending price down here near 141 bucks. Just saying.
No. I think here's what's crazy. Now that we have an idea that AMD is actually going to make a run at some real market share in this AI game, I think that weakness is going to get bought. I think a lot of people feel like they missed NVIDIA, so they tried to do AMD, and unfortunately, like what you
100%,
you showed us,
100%, yeah.
And you showed us that if you bought it early, you were suffering in this stock for a little while.
Oh, I was holding the bag for
the same way I was suffering in
like
Micron
4 to
for
5
a while.
months.
Yeah,
I stopped buying it, and mind you, bro, I stopped buying shares when AMD broke $100 to the downside. It was like, okay, this is a major downtrend.
What is?
I stopped buying it, but now I am making some good money over there.
No. So hold on.
I'm just holding onto my
guy.
shares.
I'm the fundamental guy, and I actually like I like your case, and I like the way the stock looks, and I like the way the story's shaking. But what is your thesis? Like, why? Aside, is it just technically based, or is there something in your mind that you think the market doesn't know yet?
I think that the market cap has more room to the upside if the artificial intelligence industry keeps growing at the current pace. So that's my bullish case. And I don't think this company is going to be a serious competitor to Nvidia, but I think that I don't know. Maybe Dan Ives convinced me, bro, in New York. So it's 10 a.m. It's 10 p.m. in the AI party, and we're partying on until 4 a.m. So
all night.
Well, so if we are going to party until 4 a.m., AMD has to be, I don't know, it's going to be the DJ for a few hours or something like that.
It's going to get a trillion in 2027?
I don't know. I'm knocking on wood.
You don't know?
I have 200 shares. Who knows?
All right.
Okay, let's so Qbts.
Yes. Let's move on.
Bro, the other day, actually, in our first podcast, we went over IO and Q.
Correct.
So I don't know anything about quantum computing, and your explanation about this company was absolutely mind-blowing.
Thank you.
And by the way, so Qbts is also reporting this upcoming week. Let me pull that up.
Cue it up, baby.
Even though I am no longer sharing my screen. So they report on Thursday, August 7th at 7 a.m. pre-market, by the way. So I guess that this company isn't making any money. It is still a speculative company. I mean, we'll take a look at the financial execution, if any. If any.
I know that.
I don't know. Do you know anything about this company? Is Qbts the future of quantum computing?
So I went ahead and consulted with my top researcher at ChatGPT, and he informed me.
Everyone's.
Yeah, and he informed me that D-Wave is obviously using superconducting circuits. That's the whole freeze everything, get it to 0 Kelvin to make qubits.
Okay.
But
I didn't understand a word you said, but go ahead.
Yeah. But I didn't need to. The reason they're special.
Okay.
Is because they focus on something called quantum annealing. It's spelled ANNELING. I had to look this up. I still don't really understand it, but regular quantum computing focuses on general computing, whereas this apparently focuses on specialized problems like optimization. And to give you an example of what an optimization problem would be, it's trying to find the best configuration when dealing with a multitude of options. Like, let's say you have $1 million to build a house and you have a bunch of desired features. In theory, this would be a very difficult problem for a computer to just classically compute. But with a quantum computer, it would find the optimal way to use that money and get the most of the features you want. Does that make sense?
Would you need AI for that, or can quantum computing do that like on
AI could do it, but the problem with AI
it sounds like AI. I don't know. At least to me,
no. It is, because what you can do is you can use this type of quantum computing to enhance machine learning. The issue right now with AI is that you are trapped with binary classic computing. If you add a qubit and you basically increase the amount of compute you can do, which would increase the amount that AI can do. The way this, in my opinion, the reason you'd want this if you were a government or a corporation is, imagine what this kind of thinking could do for optimizing a government budget, a corporate budget, a factory layout. If you're a city, how to lay out your traffic lights and your roads to alleviate traffic concerns. And according to my ChatGPT and my Google research, they are the only quantum computing firm working on quantum annealing. Everyone else is going towards either the trapped ion.
That's like a very specific feature.
Yes, that is their version of IonQ's trapped ion.
Okay.
Moat, if you would call it. Also, interestingly, and like, listen, I'll be honest, I don't have a super strong grasp on quantum computing. I've shared the extent of my knowledge on this podcast. Apparently,
I differ in that, but I mean,
apparently,
your explanation on IonQ was amazing. So,
well, I appreciate it. But we were talking about how I like IonQ. You're basically building a quantum computer atom by atom. And I looked, their Forte system at IonQ only has 36 qubits. Rigetti's, theirs has 84. Their architecture. Okay. I read, and it's on D-Wave's website. They have 4,400 qubits in their architecture. Wow. So I don't know if the market just doesn't care, or if that's not a big deal.
Complex piece of technology?
Again, I don't know. When I saw that number, I'm like, wait a minute, what? So I'm not sure, but I understand now why so many people get excited to talk about D-Wave. If you want to talk about quantum computing at scale, I mean, you have a lot more qubits in this system than you do in the other quantum computing companies I've looked at. And I just don't know what it means. I don't know what that number means.
And let me ask you something. If you were an investor in any of these quantum computing companies, is the bullish case like, maybe Microsoft or Google or any other big tech company to end up acquiring any of these companies? So these companies are. Can that be like a solid bullish case? Like, okay, you know what? I am going long IonQ or Qbts or whatever it is. Because I think that later on down the road, Microsoft or Google or any other big tech company is going to end up buying this company.
I think that's a totally legitimate bull case. I would just say, I mean, and for the record, I'm still long IonQ.
Okay.
I started a small position there. I actually traded out of it because I was told to, but it looks like I'm going to trade back into it.
And let me ask you something, Dan. Yeah. This is going to be an uncomfortable question.
That's fine.
What would you rather? Like holding your shares during 10 or 15 years, and I don't know, IonQ becoming the next big thing, in quantum computing, or would you rather having Microsoft putting $20 billion or $40 billion on the table and acquiring the company, and you get out of there?
For my IonQ,
correct.
So that's great. That's a good question. I would rather IonQ become the NVIDIA of quantum computing.
Okay.
I think that they have the potential to become the de facto partner of corporations and governments for quantum needs.
Okay.
And I think that is going to create a huge addressable market and a huge stream of revenue.
So this company, IonQ has a market cap. I am taking a look at it as of now. Right now. So this has a market cap of $11 billion.
$11 billion now? Okay.
Correct. Yeah. Say that. So, okay. Say that I tell you. Okay, Dan. So Microsoft is gonna come over and is gonna buy this company for $30 billion. So you can,
3X.
Yeah. Would you be
Oh,
would
I
you be
mean,
signing up?
I would love to see that offer, but I would
Okay.
hope that they don't take it.
There you go.
Again,
You're a bull, man.
I believe
I just wanted to test
yes.
your bullish sentiment in regard
Listen,
to IonQ.
there are companies I would take that money and I would run. I just don't know what the case is with IonQ
Okay,
or
okay,
with
okay.
what the future of quantum computing is going to be.
Okay, let's go take a look at what the markets are expecting
Oh,
about their
you actually
report.
mentioned this, and I think it's super interesting. You mentioned, would you prefer if someone got bought out? Is that a legitimate exit strategy, bullish strategy? And of course, I said yes. I think the same is true in cybersecurity.
No,
If
because
hold on, hold on.
okay, okay, okay.
If you're not CrowdStrike, Fortinet, or Palo Alto, or Zscaler, maybe
You
there's
will
one
end up
more.
being bought up. Yeah,
Yeah, I think
correct.
if you want to go fishing in
No,
cybersecurity, it's a big pond.
okay, but say that. So say that I am super bullish on quantum computing 5 or 10 years out.
Sure.
So I just need to pick a winner now. I mean a winner, quote unquote, because I am not an expert on quantum computing,
Yeah.
and maybe I am taking a gamble. Like okay, I
Fire.
think that the best technology is I don't know the wave quantums.
Sure.
So
Sure.
I am going to buy I don't know 500 or 1,000 shares, and I'm going to hold the position until Microsoft comes over or Google comes over or Meta comes over
IBM,
and buys up
Honeywell.
or IBM or Oracle. I don't know. So I mean, why not? That's a valid thesis, I think.
Well,
So
don't make it sound like it's some sort of nonsense. There's PE firms and venture capital firms that will invest in 10 companies knowing damn well only one of them's going to work. They just know
correct,
that the one that works is
and
going
they
to make
kill
up
it
for the
with
other
that
9 that
company.
go to zero.
Sure,
That's not
sure.
a stupid strategy.
Yeah. So the expected move is 17%. We are expecting a loss of 6 cents, and they are making revenue, brother.
No.
So,
They got contracts. Lockheed Martin,
okay,
Volkswagen. I think they got
okay.
a couple of customers.
Yeah, revenue is expected at $2.52 million,
Oh, that's
and this
scary. Oh my God, really?
$2.5 million. I mean, yeah,
That's scary. That's so small.
Qbts. And I wonder what is that revenue about. I mean, you just told me, right? Like Lockheed Martin and something like that.
Yeah,
So
I can
this
definitely
is,
look that up for you.
let me tell you, this is a $5.3 billion market cap company, no P ratio, so they haven't made a profit yet. No forward P ratio, so no one is expecting this company to make any profit at least 1 year out. And we have a modest price to sales of 178.
I was
So
about to
this,
say.
yeah, I mean, do the math. 2.5 million in a quarter, times 4. Yeah, so I mean, the only metric that we could evaluate here would be the price to sales. So this company has a market cap of $5.3 billion that equals 178
I don't like
times.
that.
I
I
mean,
don't like that at all. I hate it.
its last 12 months revenue. So I mean,
I
let me
don't
take a
like it.
look at. Okay, so let me put it up here. And before I go over the technical
You're fine.
chart. So the wave quantum. Let's go see what is going on here with the revenue. I mean, revenue. Revenue is up 500% year over year, bro. That's
I
very
mean,
solid
well,
revenue
yeah.
growth.
If I made $1 last
And
year and I
you
make
and you make
20 the
10.
next, yeah, no, I'm a genius.
I
Yeah,
mean, what
come
do you
on
know?
now.
But
Come on
wait,
now.
wait, wait. So revenue is expected to go down from $15 million down to how much did I say? 2.5 million. I mean,
No,
this
that
is a
cannot be
speculative.
true. Is that a? Oh my God, it is.
Yeah, it is.
It's a
Yeah.
quarter. That's not trailing. That's one. Yeah, it's a quarter.
No, this is quarterly revenue. So they didn't have a stable source of revenue. Obviously, this is a speculative company. So who knows what is gonna happen with revenue? I don't know. Wander out.
You gotta let us know. Are they diluting their shares? Do you have that for us?
Yeah, they gotta be diluting like champs. Let me see.
It's
So shares
moving.
outstanding.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah, take a
Yeah,
look, big
yeah.
time.
No, this is gonna
But
get
but
crushed if we
let
keep
me take a
correcting.
look at the debt and the long term. At the cash position and the long term debt. So QBTS. I mean, it is very difficult to evaluate these kind of
Of course it
speculative
is.
companies from a financial standpoint. But I mean, they have
Okay, cut the
$304 million in cash and pretty much no debt. $30 million in debt. So nothing crazy. They will
No,
survive for. I mean, how much money are they losing per quarter? If we take
I
into
would
account
expect
$5
what.
million, but they lost $86 million in the
But
previous quarter.
look at
I mean,
the free cash flow is worse
so
though. The free cash flow is worse.
Yeah, let me take a look at the technical chart maybe. So it's better to take a look at the.
Let's see what the market thinks in the price. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, I didn't take a look at that. Let me see. So,
Thinkorswim.
what's the free cash flow? Negative free cash flow of $19 million. So diluting, big time. So whatever. But I'm curious about what the analysts think about D-Wave Quantum. So you have 8 analysts covering the stock, most of them with take a look, strong buy category. How about that, huh?
Yeah.
And the bullish ones see Qbts at $30 1 year out, $19, and the bearish ones at $12. And if we take a look at the revenue growth expectations, brother, 56% 2026, 65% 2027, 74% 2028.
And they're still going to be losing money.
Yeah, but I mean, when you are a speculative company, and if we take into account that sooner rather than later the Fed is going to be cutting rates, probably I think that when the Fed cuts rates, the market's ultra focused on revenue growth. So this is interesting. So the analysts that are covering this stock, that are probably specialists in quantum computing stuff or something like that, they are expecting this industry to keep growing at a very solid pace. I don't know.
No, we can assume that. It's just
I don't know. Jensen Juan is a specialist in.
Yeah, are those Jensen's projections? He's the only one I would trust to do this. I mean, no, really.
I'm just making stuff up, bro. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Just making shit up. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we should ask Jensen about this company. Oh, so last but not least, let me take a look at the chart. The chart.
We need charts to go with the checks.
Yeah, these like quantum computing related stocks are usually good stocks to take take short term trades. I mean, the 5 DMA is going down. It is downward sloping. So if I draw a line here, we can make a case that if the bulls recapture the 5 DMA and can consolidate above $17, $18, this situation could be potentially attracting buyers into this technical short, and we could see higher prices here. And I just said that the expected move is 17%. So that implies that QBTS should be going either up or down once the report comes out. Wow, this is a big move, bro, for a $17 stock. So you're looking at a $4 expected move on Thursday. Yeah, this is a very volatile stock, so
Right.
So between IO and Q and QBTS, still pick.
I'm not selling IonQ, but I'll be honest.
Let me know when Microsoft, buys a company.
No, I'll be serious though. I was shocked that they somehow had a 4,400 qubit system. Like it dwarfs what other quantum companies are able to do. Like it makes me like unfortunately, I didn't start really looking at this until yesterday night, and then found out about that number this morning. I just don't know how to contextualize it. I don't know what it means, but it seems really impressive.
Awesome. So we'll see. So Apple reported today with Amazon. So I mean, all of the big tech companies' earnings are already gone. It was flat after hours, I think.
Oh, it's up.
They finally, posted a decent report in Apple terms. Let's just put it that way. And so but next week we have some interesting earnings reports. So if you guys want us to go over any stock, drop a comment down below. Let us know, because we are doing another podcast on next Thursday. This was our third podcast.
Fourth.
It was the fourth?
Episode 4.
Oh, yeah. It was the fourth.
Yeah.
And was it really? Is it the fourth?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, correct. Okay. Yeah, I'm lost, bro. I'm tired.
You're right. We're tired. We've been working on
I am losing track of time, so
we're good.
Don't miss out on our 5th podcast. Yeah, correct. Correct. Or episode, rather. So, okay, guys. So take a look at the description box of the video. Over there, you guys have the link to my Patreon. Dan is also in my Discord. Yep. If you want to take a look, or if you want to read Dan's paper, you also have the
link.
What is the name?
GorillaWglasses.com. You'll find it all there. Mm-hmm.
Correct. So we will see you guys next Thursday.
Yes, we will.
Thank you very much, bro. It's always a
man.
pleasure,
Of course, Albert.
hanging out with you.
See you
Take care, guys.
See you tomorrow. See you guys.
Bye.